I thought we played well. Obviously a couple mistakes here and there, but for the most part, tried to play. I like that we quick upped a lot today. It seemed like, and we catch a lot of teams when we play fast like that. That's something we got away from the last week or two. And we catch teams whether it's in changes or if they don't get in the neutral zone structure, and we can play fast. And I think that sets up our forecheck and the rest of our game.
Are you seeing anything from Quinn in terms of shooting mechanics that maybe wasn't in his bag a year ago?
I don't know about mechanics. I mean, I always make fun of him because I think he shoots really goofy, but he's making defenses break down like by himself, because I just said he'll beat a guy and somebody else will leave their guy now because there's a breakdown, and it just creates chaos. And that's what him and Phil are doing up there. And I'm just trying to get out of his way. And he's shooting with traffic, and he's timing his shots really well. Like, he doesn't have the most powerful shot. I think he'll tell you that. But when he gets it off, he's at weird angles, and the goalie's in a weird spot, and there's traffic in front. And they're going at a high rate for him, which is awesome.
What did you make of the overall performance?
I thought it was good. It's not perfect, but I thought for the most part, I thought we played fast. We had a lot of good looks in their end. I just think it was a good response from us, and I'm not, obviously we'll watch tomorrow and there might be a different answer, but I just think it was important that we were willing to not think that this was going to be like it was last time. They played like a hard-fought game. They worked their butt off over there, and they're hard to play against. So you have to be in your structure and make them defend, and I thought for the most part we did that.
How about the push you got from your bottom six mix tonight?
Yeah, it was great. They played awesome. They provided a lot of energy, created a lot of turnovers on the other team's end, and were able to capitalize. So that was nice.
How about the goal right at the end of the second on the penalty kill? How important was that for you guys?
Oh, that's a big part of the game. I don't know how that Blug's got the puck, but Dak made a heck of a stick. I think they had him hemmed in a little bit, and he broke up the play at the blue line to get the puck down. And then obviously having that lead going into the third is a lot different. So it was nice.
That diving shot off in the third period. How important is it to just throw your body on the line there, even in a game where you have a 2-goal lead?
I just think that's a. I don't want to dive too far into this. It was just a shot block, but it was, it shouldn't matter. I think it's like a mindset thing for the team. Is you got to want to get in the way of the puck. And I missed one on the penalty kill today that ended up it's kind of a goofy goal off of Mizey, but if I block that one, it probably doesn't end up in the back of the net. So there's a very fine line there about being in the shot lanes, and we had a couple big ones. Phil had an awesome one in the third period too. So I just think it's a part of our team identity.
Did you guys switch something in the second intermission to be a little more aggressive up top on the PK?
They were doing, I mean, you're constantly, I don't want to give you our game plan here, but we were, they just showed us a couple different looks, so we were just trying to adjust on the fly.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Prince Harry react to your goal?
No.
To see an improved performance from your group tonight after the game against Seattle. What did you think of the way your team played?
Yeah, I thought there were some really good parts of the game, and we had some chances. I just didn't want us to get frustrated. The Sharks worked hard. It was it's a hard-working game. It's not. I thought we went into the game knowing it was going to be a tough game, and it was.
How important was the goal right at the end of the second period on the penalty kill in terms of shifting any momentum they might have gained from going to the power play and extending your lead going to the third?
Yeah, I mean, they get the 5-minute power play and stuff. That was a hell of a. Get that 2-goal cushion. It's a shorthanded goal. It got some juice. I saw after that we had a bunch of ozone time where guys were getting some chances. You just got to be careful because then people, when you're getting chances, you start diving in, and they were sending guys out. They almost had a couple of 2-on-1s. You got to be careful when that happens.
Did you like the way your team was able to be contained in a 0-0 game?
Yeah, sometimes these games it tests your fortitude in the sense. It's okay. It's 0-0, and I felt that first maybe a couple of lines were getting frustrated because they were getting some chance when scoring, but we weren't driving to the net. And a lot of it was outside stuff. And I think when you play, the Sharks, they've changed. Obviously they played well the last 2-3 weeks. They've changed some stuff. They pack it in. Thought their goalie played well tonight too. So you can't get frustrated. And you can't sell the farm on every play. So sometimes it's good to have those games where it's 0-0 halfway through the game, and it's okay. I mean, that's something we got to keep, learning.
What were your thoughts on the Niels Höglander match penalty, the review, how it went down, and sort of how it pertains to what you want to see from him, both tonight and going forward?
Yeah, Steve Kazar, he's a great ref. He just told me I think it was a slew foot. I think that's why the major comes in. I honestly I think I maybe saw it maybe twice quickly on our monitor. I haven't seen it in the main room yet. Slew foots are tough. I didn't see it, so I can't judge Hoggy on the slew foot yet. But yeah, you don't want slew foots in the league. They are dangerous. But I don't know. I didn't see it, to be honest with you.
Was there any hesitation on the goaltender interference challenge?
Well, Dylan and Greg, our video guys, are great. I saw it a couple of times, and I got to give them credit. They put goal interference, and I went with them. I mean, I'm going to go with them every time. If you ask some people, it's a tough one. But I think when the guy dragged his leg a little bit, I think that was kind of the selling point. I think obviously, but I'm biased, right? I thought it was, I don't know what they're saying, but obviously.
With 2 minutes left in a 2-goal game, you have JT Miller, one of your leading scorers, diving across the ice to block a shot. What does it say about the buy-in that you're getting from your team that you see a leader on your team doing that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Millsy's, he drives the play. When we're playing a little bit slow or we're not on a game, he demands the puck by going to areas. That's what I'm trying to get a lot of our players understand. You have to drive to whatever area to demand the puck. If you don't get it, at least you're getting on the forecheck. And sometimes we're getting guys are playing a little bit slow out there. And that's why Millsy's so important to our team is he drives the play with his attitude and his north style. It's infectious.
The Hughes and Hronek pairing, I think it sounds like they're getting more vocal as this is going on. Are you seeing something similar like that? And how does that help them if they
vocal on the ice or
vocal just with each other, I guess?
Oh yeah, I mean even the meetings. Yeah, they're Phil's a pretty quiet guy when he first got here, but he's really he's a leader now. Like I had a leadership meeting the other day, and he was in it. He's a very vocal in the sense his own way. Quiet, but he does say some stuff now, which I really like. He's taken that leadership role. He should. I mean, he's a big part of our team.
And with Tyler Myers, he said that his game's calmed down quite a bit over the last little bit. What is calming down in his game that you're liking?
I mean, everybody says simple hockey. I think since the Nashville game, how many games ago when we were there? What was that? 10 games. I mean, he's been one of our best defensemen. Just the way we want him to play, the way our system is, he's playing it, and he's embracing it. He's not getting in trouble. He knows he's making the right play. He's making the first pass to the right guy all the time. His indirects are great, and he's actually doing some really stuff good on the blue line. So, and the penalty kill, I mean, tough break, but he blocked that shot. Yeah, he's been really good, really, really good. I'm proud of him. I just like the way he came out. He wasn't as good for that national, and he admitted it. And he just reset, and he's been great. It's been great.
Are you seeing a little bit more offense? Because it feels like there's some confidence there and a little bit more offense coming from that.
Yeah, he's got offense. He's got offense. He's got to, he's got to understand. We don't want him to lead the rush. We want him to be the fourth in the rush, and I think he's been doing a really good job at that, being the fourth guy in the rush instead of leading the rush.
Coach Quinn has told us since he got to the NHL that he was going to be better, at 20 games, and he was at 10. He'll be better at 40, and he still thinks his peak is years from now. But are you seeing a guy who's getting better? It almost seems like by the week that he's getting better.
It's funny because when I just got here, he was telling me that he's either hurt or something about training camp. He hasn't had a good start I think he was hurt a couple of years, and for whatever reason. And I remember this summer he said, I have to have a good training camp and a good start. And obviously he's parlayed into that. I mean, he's been obviously his walking the blue line. I mean, he's in the Cal McCarr category now. I mean, I never saw a guy like McCarr who walks that blue, outstanding. And you got to throw Huggy in there. The way he walks that blue line is incredible. I was a winger. It's tough when you go out there. You don't know what he's going to do. It's hard. And then the shot, obviously, he's developed that shot. I mean, he's got a laser now.
That third goal that was generated with Hronek and Hughes, and Miller ends up getting the goal. Do they have the ability just to elevate at certain times and certain shifts and just, almost will a goal?
Yeah. their chemistry is really, and they'll tell you they could even get better. But the chemistry they have, the way they can walk a blue line, the way they can, feed those pucks through the net. Actually, sometimes they'll even tell you they should probably shoot a little bit earlier. Sometimes they're actually. Sometimes I get dizzy watching them, the way they're just whipping around. But they're and they just enjoy playing with each other, And sometimes we split them up for some reasons, depth reasons. But they've been terrific. I mean, every line I'd like to play with them, obviously.
Coach, there's a school of thought saying American Thanksgiving, 20 games in, you know what you got. Pretty much feel you know what you got with this team right now?
So far?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think we worked on some stuff yesterday. We weren't happy with our play without the puck. I thought we were better tonight. San Jose had some moments, but I thought we were better at that. I thought our wingers were better at snapping into their D in the neutral zone. Case in point was the goal. Was it Lafferty's goal? It was Lafferty, right? Was that the goal? Through the neutral zone, he snaps up, takes the puck from a guy. Olivier makes a nice play. That's the stuff we got to get better at, and we talked about that, and we got a goal from it. So the one thing I could say since Thanksgiving is that they've taken the not the criticism, but some of the things that we haven't been as well, and then applied it to the next game.
Big picture, you happy with the way this team resets and refocuses thus far in the season?
Yeah. I get good leadership, a lot of credit, but there's so many games left. There's going to be some ups and downs, and we got to deal with some adversities too. And I thought last couple of games were just okay. And whether it's adversity, I felt guys had a good effort tonight against a team that works hard. I mean, everybody's expecting like 5 goals. It's not that type of game. These guys are good NHL players over there too. So it's a hard game.
What did you make of your third and fourth lines? You talk a lot about your bottom 6 mix, and they were good early, they were good often, and they really seemed to carry the tempo there.
Yeah, I thought Josh Dakota, Dakota's DJ's probably is one of his best games. Like, he's been playing really, just chipping away at his game. I thought he was really good tonight. Like, he was one of the players, especially early. I thought he was one of our better forwards. Laugh getting that goal. I thought Olivier, I threw him up on the line with Millsy. I thought that really energized him, but I thought he was pretty good before that. Got a bunch of chances. I know he's snake bitten right now, and I don't want him to get frustrated, but he had some chances. So when you get those depth guys, I thought Teddy Bluger was good tonight too. So that line was good.
Special night with some Royals in the building as well.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, I gave him a fist bump. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. I did it though. He did it. I don't know. He kind of looked at me, but he did it. So, pretty cool to get a fist bump from him.
It was good. It was, we knew they were going to come out hard, and they did. And it was a tight checking game, and thought we stuck to our structure and stuck to the game plan and bounced back nicely.
Talk us through your goal and the importance of scoring at that time of the game on the penalty kill.
I think it started with a great read by Dakota and to break up that play in our zone, and then they got the puck deep and not much time left, so take a chance, and Teddy made a nice play to get that puck over.
What about the bottom 6 mix tonight? You guys really contributed third and fourth lines tonight.
I think we all, as a team, we're trying to play the same way, and we definitely know what our identity is, what's expected of us when we hop over the board. So thought we stuck to the game plan and played to our identity tonight.
That helps eliminate a danger game per se. I mean, you beat them 10-1 last game. Just to eliminate that right off the hop.
Well, we knew they'd been playing a lot better, and they're giving a lot of good teams, good battles. So that's what we expected, and that's what we got.
What have you thought of Hoaglander's play of late? Obviously, he misses the latter portion of the game, but it seemed like he had a good night tonight, and you guys were buzzing at times.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Hoggy's playing great. He's so versatile. He can skate. He's physical. Shoots the puck, skilled, and I really enjoy playing with him, and he's really been driving play for us of late.
Late in the game, it seemed like the penalty kill made an adjustment, was a lot more aggressive towards the top of the zone. What did you see from the Sharks that necessitated that adjustment?
I thought we were giving them maybe a little bit too much time, so it was something we talked about after the second, and it's just something you got to do collectively. When one guy pressures, everyone's got to go.
And the diamond formation that you guys have been using, it isn't as passive as the diamond sometimes can be. Do you have a lot of leeway on the penalty kill to be that aggressive?
There's certain times for sure we have leeway, and certain times where it doesn't make as much sense to. So I thought a few times in the third that it made sense for us to pressure, and everyone was in the right spot.